everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today, my books are going to face off in the ultimate battle. So, I created this book bracket. Hold on, let me show you. This book bracket, where I picked my favorite book from each month, and then I will decide, they'll face off against each other to decide my favorite book of the year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the camera, I'm going to use my camera to show the bullet journal, and then I'm going to set up my phone so that you can see my face, hopefully. And hopefully we'll make this work the right way. But I've already gone through and picked my favorite from each month. That way this video isn't too long, and I'm going to not try to think about it too hard. I'm going to go off my gut of which book was my favorite. So we'll see how this goes. I did this last year as well. If you are curious about how that turned out, you can go watch that video. And what's funny about it is that last year I picked my favorite book, and now that I'm looking back on it, I think that I just had finished that book that day and I liked it. And so I don't really think it was my favorite. But this year I haven't finished any books today. So hopefully that won't be an issue. So let's just hop right in. Okay, so first I'm just going to tell you what I picked for each month, and then we will actually go through and do the bracket itself. So for January, my favorite book was Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel. February, it was Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. Two Emily St. John Mandels on this list, so pretty good for her, might I say. March was A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking by T. Kingfisher. April was The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. May was Trust of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. June was Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. July was Everyone in This Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson. August was And Every Day the Road Home Gets Longer and Longer by Frederick Bachman. That is such a long title, but that is what my favorite one was for August. September was The International House of Dereliction by Jacqueline Davis. And October was The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. November was Percy Jackson, the fifth one, The Last Olympian, by Rick Riordan. And December was Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. So, we're going to start here with January and February. Did I like Sea of Tranquility or Station 11 more? This is kind of hard because they're both Emily St. John Mandel. They both follow a kind of pandemic type thing. I love the time travel storyline that happens in Sea of Tranquility, but I love kind of the deeper thoughts in Station 11. So which one did I like more? I think Station 11, just because I've thought about it more since I finished reading it. But I did really like both of them, so let's see if I can write that at a weird angle like this. Station 11. Okay. Now, between March and April, A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking or The Secret Garden. Ooh. The Secret Garden is a classic, but A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking was such a fun, cozy book. I think I'm going to do A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking, although I do love The Secret Garden. Okay, I'm just going to abbreviate this because it's a long title. And I'm just going to write Wizard's Guide because I know what that means. Okay, May, Trust of the Emerald Sea or Remarkably Bright Creatures. This one's pretty easy for me because I actually only gave Trust of the Emerald Sea a 3-star. It just happened to be my best book of May. May wasn't a great reading month for me, but Remarkably Bright Creatures was a 5-star, so that one was really easy. Okay. I wish I wrote that differently, but that's okay. July and August. Between Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone and The Road Home Gets Longer and Longer. Ooh. Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone was super fun, and I loved the narrative voice in it, and I'm really excited to continue reading in the series. But An Everyday Home, The Road Gets Longer and Longer emotionally wrecked me because it's very close to my heart. It is about a grandparent suffering with memory loss, which both of my grandmothers have, and I'm pretty close with both of my grandmothers, so that was something that was really, really hard for me, and it was when my one of my grandmothers started going more downhill, so it was just, do I pick the one that I enjoyed more or the one that emotionally wrecked me more? I gotta go with, you know what, I'm gonna go with Everyone in My Family, because that one I enjoyed more, although And the Road Home Gets Longer and Longer Every Day, and Every Day the Road Home Gets Longer and Longer. It's such a long will always have a place in my heart. I'm going to write everyone in my fam killed. Okay. September, the International House of Dereliction or the Thursday Murder Club. Thursday Murder Club. I mean, I really liked the International House of Dereliction. It was a really cute little middle grade. But again, Thursday Murder Club is something I'm excited to read on in the series, and I just really enjoyed it. Okay, between November and December, The Last Olympian or Little Women, I have got to pick The Last Olympian because I did enjoy Little Women, but I was a little bored during some of it, and The Last Olympian had me the whole time, which it was a reread for me. I have read the entire Percy Jackson series before, but still. Okay, so we're going to head right back over to this side of the page and choose in between Station 11 and Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking. Ooh, that's so hard. Station 11. I gotta pick Station 11. Station 11. I still think about this book. I want to read it again. I want to own it. I mean, I loved A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking, and it was so fun. But Station 11, oh, it got me. Okay, Remarkably Bright Creatures or Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. Okay, so then this is another question again. Do I pick the one that was more emotionally charged for me, I guess, or the one that I had a more fun time reading? I think I'm going to pick Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. So it turns out the one that I enjoyed reading more is kind of winning out in these questions. Everyone in my fam killed. Okay. Thursday Murder Club or The Last Olympian? I think I'm going to pick the Thursday Murder Club. Partially because The Last Olympian's a reread for me, and not that a reread can't be your favorite book of the year, because it totally can. But I just enjoyed the, newness that came with this. Okay, so now, because this is with 3, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick between these two, and then between these two, and then those will be the ones. Does that make sense? Okay, so between Station 11 and Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. Oh, I think that's going to have to be Station 11. But then between Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone and the Thursday Murder Club, which are both pretty fun mysteries, that's interesting because those are the same genre. I think Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. Okay, we're going to the end. Station 11. Okay, so the last face-off is between Station 11 and Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. Everyone in my fam killed. Okay. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I did really love Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone, and I am excited for the second one, which is Everyone on This Train is a Suspect, which I think comes out in 2024, pretty sure. I think near the beginning of the year, if I'm remembering correctly. I think I'm going to have to pick Station 11. I think my favorite book of 2023 was Station 11. Okay, the news is in, everybody. Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel was my favorite book of 2023. Okay, so now I guess I'll tell you what it's about. Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel follows some various groups of people during the beginning and a few years into, is it Mendel or Mandel? I think it's Mandel. Into a pandemic, and it just talks about how the world works when everything falls apart. And it's very hopeful at the end, and it talks about human connection and relationships and the way that history goes and the way that things change and the way that things stay the same. And I really, really loved it. So there we go. My favorite book of 2023 was Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. Thank you for joining me for this fun little book bracket. I always love doing this. It's such a fun thing, and I had some really good reads this year. If you're curious about what my other favorite books were of the year, besides just these ones listed here, I did make a video just recently, my favorite books of 2023. You can check that one out. I'll put it in the links in the description box, and I'll put it up in the cards so you can see more of my in-depth thoughts and why each of these were my favorite from every month. Because I did talk about them in depth there, but I didn't want to make this video too long and just rehash everything I said in the last one. So go check that out, and thank you for joining me, and tell me what your favorite book was, and if you do a book bracket, share it with me, because it's just so fun. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!